Hey, Rita Kitchen is open. Today we've decided we're going to do something light and refreshing, which is a seafood salad made with shrimp and crab meat. And the pasta is called Mostaccioli. So first thing first in Rita's Kitchen, what must you do? Wash your hands. When washing your hands, first thing you want to do is wet them, put a little soap, lather them up, go up your arm a bit, back down your hands, in between your fingers, up underneath those nail beds, because what you're trying to do is capture all germs when working with food. If that don't work, do the happy birthday song for 10, 15, or even 20 seconds will do. Okay, I'm back. Hands are clean. Let's get started with making this seafood salad. I'm going to tell you guys what you need to make this dish. So first thing you're going to need is your Mostaccioli. That is pretty much a pasta. It's nothing but a penne, if you know what a penne is. It's nothing but a tube-shaped pasta. Next thing you're going to need is your shrimp. I went with a baby-sized shrimp. I went with 2 pounds. You can get it fresh from the actual seafood department, a seafood store, or you can actually just get the frozen bags and let them defrost and buy them with the tails already off, detailed. Next thing I decided to put in this salad is a heirloom tomato. Now pretty much that is a rainbow cherry tomato. It's different colored tomatoes, but really different in tastes. Some are bitter, some are really sweet, and some are really raunchy in flavor, but really good if you like tomatoes, and I love them. Next thing I wanted to go with is a cube Kobe Jack cheese. Whatever brand you decide to use, that's on you. Whatever your pocket can afford. Next thing I went with is a shredded carrot. I went ahead and went with a cucumber. I did not deseed my cucumber. If you want to, feel free. I went with a scallion, which is a green onion. Chopped it down really nicely. That's going to add some good, you know, garlicky, strong flavors. Next thing, I went with a fresh basil. I'm going to just chop this down, chop the leaves in probably 3s or 4s. Nothing too small, because once I mix it up and every bite you get, once you get a piece of that big leaf of basil, I want you to taste it coming all the way through. Now, again, it is crab and shrimp, so we're going with a imitation crab. So you can, depending on the size of your pan and how much shrimp you're using, you'll be the judge on how much seafood you want to actually put in your dish. So I went with a smaller pack because I got quite a bit of shrimp and ingredients going on here. So it's going to be a really great dish. So you'll just open that up, break it down, bite-sized pieces. If you don't want to break it down, just take your cutting board and chop it down really good. Next thing, where you're going to get your flavors from, we're just going to go with a simple Italian dressing. That Italian dressing is really good with any type of salads, pretty much, when it comes to pasta salads with no type of like heavy dressings. Then you want to do a minced garlic if you want to. That's what I decided to do. I'm going to pick that up on the other end with some accent. Of course, you guys know that's Old Faithful. Then my secret weapon, I didn't even want to share this, but I will, is a North seasoning vegetable packet. That is going to pick that pasta dish up to a whole entirely different level. People are going to be asking you how much you charge to make this dish. Trust me. Next thing we're going to do is allow our water to come to a boil. Boil our pasta off for 10 to 12 minutes. Once you've allowed it to boil for 10 to 12 minutes, that's bringing it to a nice al dente texture. What you want to do is drain it of all the hot water, and then you want to rinse it down with a cool water. That cool water is going to stop it from cooking eternally, because you do not want a mushy pasta when you're especially making any type of salad dish. So that's what we're going to do next. Boil the pasta. Then what I'm going to show you guys to do, we're going to go ahead and saute our shrimp sauce. Once we saute them off, we're going to let them cool and just mix this great dish up. Be back with you guys in a sec. Okay, I've allowed the pasta to cook for 10 to 12 minutes. Now I'm going to rinse it down with cold water. That stops it from, again, cooking internally. You don't want a mushy noodle. That's a really, really good cooked al dente noodle. So now what we're going to do, we're going to allow that to actually drain, and then we'll go back over to our preparing station and do what we do. But in the meantime, in between time, we're going to start preparing these shrimps for our pasta. Now we're going to allow these to saute, and as you all know, that once your shrimp gets the color of red, then you know your shrimp is done. You don't want to overcook it. Once it's done, take it off your eye, whether you're cooking on gas or electric, and let them cool. And another way, if you want them to stop cooking internally, like right then and there, you can use a method of an ice bath. But I don't think it's needed with this dish, but I'm just giving you guys a couple ways to cool them down, like right then and there. Okay, be back. Okay, now that all of my things are done that I need to bring this salad to completion, let's get started with actually mixing it up. So my pasta is done, my crab meat is cut up, and my shrimp is sauteed off. I've allowed it to actually cool for a minimum of 15 to 20 minutes. And now it's time to just get started with doing this thing. So we're going to go ahead and dump our pasta in our bowl. You want to go ahead and dump your shredded carrots, your cucumber, your tomato. Let's get it together really, really nice. Your onion, which is your scallion, your green onion. And I'm going to save actually a little bit of that just to sprinkle over the top, because, I mean, you know, I love pretty food. Then we're going to go ahead and add our cubed cheese. Our crab meat. And then the cameraman is actually tasting the shrimp. Like, really? So greedy. But it must be good. Then we're going to add our shrimp. And that butter, don't drain it. It's just going to pick up on really, really great flavor throughout your pasta dish. And when it sits overnight, it's going to really, really, really be even that much better. Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and add some minced garlic. Shake a nice little shake in there. Maybe about 2 or 3 tablespoons. You guys know I love my Old Faithful. Okay. So now what I'm going to do before adding anything else, don't forget I got that fresh basil. I'm going to actually rinse this off really, really quick and be back in a sec. Basil is nice and clean. And again, we're not going to make these pieces small, because every bite you taste, you want to taste that very, very powerful flavor of the basil. So I'm going to go 1, 2, And the stems, don't worry about that. That is actually really good too. It's just more flavor. So I'm gonna dump that off up in there. And this dish is looking really good. So now we're gonna go ahead and add that Italian dressing. And I don't like a dry salad, so we're gonna probably use a little bit over half of a 36-ounce of Italian dressing. You can use whatever brand you want to, but my motto is, if you know how to cook, a brand ain't nothing. So my secret weapon, that Knorr packet. And believe it or not, you're not even going to need that whole packet, because it can be very potent in flavor and you want to still taste everything. So I'm going to do about half, and that's more than enough. Set your other half to the side. Now if you don't know how to flip like this, just go ahead and use a big spoon. Lost the noodle. This looks awesome. And it's actually really, really heavy. There you go. Really good. Crab and shrimp seafood salad. Voila.